Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 20 July 2016 and I just have to share something with you guys because it's a little overwhelming and I don't understand it. Wow. But I'm so grateful. Let me share a story with you. I was at the post office last week, and normally my routine is that I get the stuff out of my P.O. box and set it aside and mail the packages that I have to mail back, and then I'll sit at one of the work tables at my little 100-year-old post office in Auburn, Indiana, and open my packages and write on them what they are, who they belong to, and take out any payments that might be there. Then I'll run to the bank in Auburn, then drive back home to Fort Wayne. So this box came, and this was inside it, and I opened it up, and it was a name that I knew because I had just done some work for him maybe a month or two ago. And so I see the Chris Reeve box, I look on the side, large Sebenza 21, Wilson Combat, left-handed. And I'm looking around the rest of the box, just, because I hate to throw the box away or anything like that. And I always make sure if there's a payment in there that I extract it. And I couldn't find a check anywhere. And I opened the box and looked to see if this gentleman had maybe wrapped it up with the knife, and it wasn't there, but there was a letter. In the box. I'm going to read it to you, show it to you here on screen. Dated July 7th, 2016 to Rob Bixby, the Apostle B, knife service, etc. And it says, Rob, you are, of course, clearing the service backlog before your upcoming trips, and the clients appreciate that. Speaking to that end, please find enclosed a brand new, large, left-handed Sebenza as my gift to you. And guys, when I read that, I'm standing in the middle of a post office lobby, and there's 10 or 12 other people in there, and I was holding this letter up, and quite literally, my knees started to give way and my hands began to shake. And I started reading on. Past Apostle P vids have shown your great appreciation for a favorite EDC, the Sebenza 21, a quote-unquote perfect production knife. Hope you like this version. Sorry. If you should decide to do a video review of this, in addition to this new addition to your collection, please do not identify me as anything other than a client. Reference Matthew 6 verses 1 through 4 and 1 Corinthians 13:4. As I am a very private geezer who does not need the attention. Wishing you and your family a good summer and be safe on your trips, especially your 500+ mile trip to visit with DB. That'd be Derek Bone. I don't know how you respond to something like this. Just amazing. I do kind of... I try with my channel to leave a positive mark on the YouTube community. I try to give accurate, if not always popular, knife information, and I try to share the gospel a little bit as much as you all will tolerate it. It's just amazing to be appreciated in this way. Such a gracious, extravagant gift. Thank you again, oh anonymous one. I appreciate you too. Well, let's look in the box, shall we? You guys know I have a bit of a Chris Reeve knives collection. And this is one, I have 7, had 7 before this, and I kind of thought, that's good. It's a good number to be satisfied with. But one that always had sort of been on my mind was this Wilson Combat Sebenza, and I think you can only buy this through Wilson Combat's website. It comes with this pretty cool little lanyard. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but make sure I'm holding it the right way. Okay. Okay, so, come on, baby. It's engraved with Wilson Combat and then the Chris Reeve logo. Sweet little lanyard, but I'm not really a lanyard guy. I did not untie this one and keep the post in this knife because I thought this needed to stay intact. Notice the old box. So this particular Starbenza was assembled March 18th of 2013. The handle was machined and finished by the date code February of 2012. So that tells you these knives are done in pretty limited runs, and some components are maybe overrun till next time. And so here it is. Oh goodness. I love this knife because of its simplicity and its beauty. It's pretty much a standard base model Sebenza with all silver hardware. They all do, I believe, come double lugged, all the Wilson Combat versions. And then it has this amazing starburst milling pattern on both handles except underneath the clip. Good idea. And then it's identified by the Wilson Combat logo on the pocket clip. Other than that, just pure Sebenza. I will say that I have two Sebenza 21s that came markedly sharper than the rest of mine. This one and Grace, my Box Elder Burl inlaid large 21. Grace has not been sharpened. This one got my edge the same night, you guys. I'm like a little kid. I'm like a little kid on Christmas morning who gets nothing done because he's putting together his toys and playing with them. Look at that. My standard Sebenza geometry, that's a 16 degrees per side secondary bevel. Quite a bit more acute than factory, and then I just kiss it with a 19 degree micro bevel. They get pretty sharp that way. I think I got this thing to push cut. Let's see if I can repeat that. Yeah. Nice. Oh, and it got my normal action tune. They've been pretty consistent, the ones I've seen lately. Just a very light washer polish on 2000 grit paper. And then pass it over the leather strap with green rouge compound. There we go. Little middle finger flick. I've never quite understood people not thinking that Sebenzas have good action. You just have to maintain them right and tune them right. But once they're tuned, you just take them apart, clean them, put them back together, tighten every screw down tight, and they're the same as they were. This one sporting pretty early lockup for a Sebenza. Maybe not quite 50%. Just that beautiful sort of hydraulic stick. You know, there's that carburized lock face and that super strong lock bar tension. That stick just lets you know everything's where it should be. You don't really hear it, you just feel it a little bit. Love it. So how is the Wilson Combat ergonomically? Well, the texture is confidence inspiring. You know, that knife is not. I'm yanking pretty hard on this blade, and I don't really have a death grip on it. it's just not coming out of my hand. Some guys, I think, say the grooves feel funny. You know, they kind of change the knife, the position the knife wants to be in your hand. I don't really find that to be so. Very strange to open a Sebenza with my right thumb. I don't have a double lug Sebenza, or didn't before this one. What a great pairing of design eyes. Wilson Combat and Chris Reeve. I just love this knife, always have. It doesn't give you that hand-filling texture that a micarta inlaid Sebenza does, but it's definitely different and more tactile in your grip than a smooth blasted Sebenza. Just love it. Love the knife. Love the way it came to me more. This is one that will be on the never sell list. And I will always remember my buckling knees and my shaking hands in the post office that day. Thank you again. You know who you are. Oh, private geezer. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the Word and my new Starbenza are sharp.